Hello, darling Sesher. Welcome to this week's Dance Sesh. How are you feeling? How are you doing? You good? I'm tired today. I am tired. Been planning to record this session for a few days. Like every week, kind of, the days catch up with me, and I'm like, wait, it's already time to record another session, so I have it edited and put out properly on the time that we have agreed is the date and time. And this week, in the moments when I had like enough time to do it, I've been resting. And rest is a gift and a right. I know, because we've had, all of us, to some extent, time off of what we do as work in life every day. We've had a year off of that. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I had moments of feeling guilty for needing to just rest. It's like I've had 9 months, I've had however long of not doing life as usual, so I should be able to just step back into whatever this new life is. But actually, your body and your mind and your soul communicate with you all the time, and when they tell you you need to rest. It's okay to sit down. It's okay to lay down. It's okay to take time and have that cup of tea or have that glass of whatever, and just take that moment for yourself. It's not selfish. It's not idolizing yourself. It's giving your soul, your mind, your spirit, your body time to rejuvenate itself, to lift its energy levels to the point where you can do. Life isn't constantly doing. It's not constantly doing. If it were, we wouldn't need to sleep. You need rest. You deserve rest. Then it's okay to rest. So, from one person who needs to take a couple of minutes today just to sit down, more than a couple of minutes, to another. Hi, how are you? I love you, and I'm glad you came to dance with me today. Okay? Let's do it, shall we? Yeah, let's chill. So, she walks away. Did you see? Should I keep that? the exit that was to no one and then coming back. I was like, yeah, I might keep that. We'll see. So today we are doing, full disclosure, part of what made this week kind of maybe a little awkward for me was trying to figure out how to combine. Like I was sitting there and had this vision of combining a dance from Eswatini and a little bit of, I think it's Hawaiian or Maui infused movement, because there's a wine that they do there that is beautiful. I don't know the proper name of it because I didn't do the research and stuff. I've just seen it and I've seen them do it, and I find it beautiful. But the foot movement is very similar to what we do in Eswatini, so I was like, oh, the combination of that is going to be so glorious. So that's what I want us to explore today. I hope you enjoy the session. Again, as in previous videos, if you need a stretch, please watch some of the other previous videos. They have stretches, the longer ones. Last week's one, I think, does have a stretch, I think. But the ones that are longer definitely have a stretch in them. So you can pop in there and watch take part in the stretch, and then join us here for a bit of a shimmy and a bit of a dance. As usual, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. I hope you're enjoying the videos. If you are, please share them with your contacts, your friends, with people that, you know, hey, share them with people that you don't like. Use it as a gift. It's Christmas. I'll try to be all gifty and presenty. Right. So, welcome back to this week's dance sesh, and this is my new plant. I got this as a Christmas present. Isn't that amazing? I got that plant as a Christmas present for my neighbors and friends. They're so amazing. I'm very happy. So, what I'm going to show you is the movement. It's a very rapid movement of the feet. It's a forward movement. But what I'm going to do is show it to you from the side so you can see how it looks. Here we go. And turning around, coming back. And some of the more discerning among you will have noticed why I'm super excited to join us to a very specific movement, not the actual dance, but a movement of Hawaiian dance, a fraction of the movement. So, coming forward, this is how it looks. There we go. And backwards is this. What does that remind you of? Ducks. Ducks paddling desperately, it seems to us, underwater. And then, but at the top, looking smooth and fluid. So going side to side, it's this. Come as far away as safely possible. So from the side angle, it looks like this. It's a slight lean forward, then you go up onto your toes, but not fully. You don't do this, because what you want to maintain is a bit of length, right? As much length as you can, actually, not a bit of length. But you are on the balls of your feet and on your toes, and this is how it looks. And then you turn around, and you come back. That's how it looks. Now, I will say again, you might want to do a stretch, not because it's particularly stretchy or anything, but because of the rapid movement. You need to get used to getting air in your lungs and kind of keeping it there and opening it up and just relaxing yourself into it. So that might be more what you need the stretch for, as well as what we're going to do with our hips after. So, here we are. Feet. Right. Your feet, instead of being hip width distance apart, if you see, when I say hip width distance apart, you feel the hip bone, you look down, and sort of point down, and your finger should be pointing directly over your big toes. That's hip width distance. That's normally where you would be for your dance. However, if you do that, and you do the movement here, you don't have a good center of balance, and then the movement changes to this, which is another type of dance, which we will do another week. However, that type of dance doesn't allow you the rapid movement across the floor, which we're looking for this week. So, what you'll do is, that's hip width distance, that's where it's lovely and comfortable, and most people stand here, which is lovely. It's at ease, you're ready to move. Wonderful. Very deliberately take half a step in, and another half a step in. See if that's much more comfortable for movement. So you'll slightly lean forward, not completely, don't tip yourself forward, don't do that. Lean forward slightly to where you can feel your heels coming off the floor slightly, and then you lift your heels the rest of the way up. That's perfect. Now, does that feel comfortable for you for movement? Do you feel, if you try walking forward There. Do you still feel like your spine, if I turn to the side, is it straight? Good. So you're not tucking your bum in for a straight spine. You want your bum to be out, but you're not sticking it out. It's there, sitting comfortably. So I'm going to drop my heels, and we're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to face the side so you can see how it looks from the side. You stay where you are, lower your heels so you're not working your muscles over much. So this is how I stand, this is how I look when my feet are at hip width distance and I'm standing comfortably. And I do actually like to stand like this because it makes me feel like I'm ready to work, you know, ready for movement. So this is how I look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take half a step in. So boom, that's one. Already I feel it meeting here in the center. And I'm going to take another half a step in, and that's two. So my feet are almost, my toes are almost touching, but I don't want them on top of each other because I want to be free to move, and I don't want my thighs chafing. So what I'm going to do, look down, looking down, making sure my feet are even. Right. I'm going to lean forward slightly, see if that helps. I'm just going to lift my feet, my heels, lean back. So I'm going to lean forward, try to go too far. Oop, there we are. That's too far. My toes are scrunching. Come back. So lean forward. There we go. Slightly. And then my heels come up naturally. So I'm going to lift them the rest of the way up. And if you notice, it gives a little tunch to your bum. If you look, my bum looking like it's a little bit plump. That's excellent. So I'm not going to stick it out. I'm going to keep it right there. Keep it right there. And I'm going to sit slightly, as if I'm sitting in a high chair. So if I lift my heels completely, this is how it looks. And if I drop them slightly so I can move, this is how it looks. So what's going to happen is, it's just a transfer of weight from side to side. So it's shin, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if we're doing it with a full transfer, it's like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we don't want all that movement in the hips. We don't want all that movement in the whole body. We want movement in the hips. We always want movement in the hips in this class, please. We don't want all that movement in the full body. We want steadiness from here upwards. You want to look as if this is a separate entity from the bottom half of your thighs and your feet. So what you're doing is literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see how still my hips, my upper body is? Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what we're going to try to do is walk forward, but stay still. With me, transfer your weight onto your left foot. Lift your right foot slightly off the ground. Place it down. Transfer your weight onto your right foot. And keep that going. Transfer, 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 drop. Turn around and we're going to do the same thing, walking in the opposite direction. So reset, hips hip width distance apart, half a step in, another half a step in. You've got space in between your feet to be comfortable. Lean forward slightly, lift the backs of your heels, bend your knees slightly, and we're going to do it again. We're going to transfer your weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn back. Right. You will have noticed that the steps that you can take are very, very small. That's because that's the way it's meant to be. You're not supposed to be taking strides forward. You're supposed to be inching yourself forward. If you think about it, if you think more, if you like, to play the game, you're trying to pull yourself forward using your toes. So this is what you're doing. So if you practice that with me, if you play that with me, if you use your toes to pull yourself forward, rather than thinking you're lifting your feet, you're using your toes to scrunch yourself forward. They're grabbing on the floor and scrunching you forward, rather than taking full steps. So if it feels like it's taking you forever, that's okay, because that's what it's doing. Until you add the speed and tempo to it, that's what it's doing. It's taking you forever to get from this pillar to that wall. So if we practice it with toe scrunches, 5, 6. If you find yourself a position, a distance to travel, one wall to another, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Just scrunch your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. And we're here. That took forever. That took absolutely forever. However, that sensation of time seeming endless, that's an essential part of the movement. You need to feel like you never stop moving, because that's the impression you're giving to the person watching you. You're floating on an endless stream, and they could watch you forever. That's the impression you're giving. So, now that we've got that impression, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, because we like that. Your feet are hip-width distance apart. You take half a step in with your right foot, take another half a step in with your left foot, get to that comfortable position, lean forward. That will lift your heels, and then you simply tuck your heels in slightly, not completely, slightly, because you want to look like you're standing up. It's about the length of your body as much as it is about the curve of your spine. So, thinking the toes are scrunching the floor rather than you lifting your feet. I think that was a more useful tool. So if we use our toes to scrunch our way forward, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we do that, scrunch, 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 scrunch. Ooh, stop. Again, scrunch, 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 scrunch. Stop. The carpet is refusing to cooperate with me. So, again, scrunch, 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 scrunch. Turn yourself around, scrunching. And then come back. It's the same one. So, turn around. Speed. And there we are. And you will notice, if I come towards you, this shakes my hips. We want that movement. This one. Yay! Yay! We got the feet down. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to combine that movement with a piece of movement. So not the whole dance, a piece of movement from Hawaii and Maui and those islands, the people who move their waists like we move their waists. No, who move their waists like we move our waists, but have found gorgeous. It's like water. They move like water. So what we're gonna do is you stand, feet hip width distance apart, move them half a step in and a half a step in, and already that tilted my hips to the right. So what we're going to do is you're going to sway, bring a nice sway into it. Now when you sway, you're leaning into the outer side of your foot. So if I lean this side, the outer side of my foot catches me and I roll. The outer side of that foot catches me, so boom, 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 boom. Almost like a bell is being tolled, and you clip one edge of the bell, come back and clip the other edge of the bell. Clip, clip. So just do that. Now if you put your arms out, that'll discourage you really helpfully from moving your shoulders instead over your waist. So if you just do that, if you lean into each side and allow your hips to fall from side to side. And if you think each time it's the outer side of your foot that catches you. So if we just move just the feet, boom. Now, I'm very aware this is not how it's done traditionally. This is just my take on it in order to combine it with that movement. So please, 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 if you want to learn how to dance properly, watch videos from people from Maui and stuff. They are fantastic and they know exactly what they're doing. Here we go. Ooh, there we go. So again, we're going to count it down from 8. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your arms, release. So I'm assuming you're automatically doing the thing we've been discussing from the beginning, which means I'm assuming you're engaging your internal muscles. If you're not, if you remember again, you're thinking of everything in terms of a bowl or a basin, or in this moment a bell. So it's all circular things in some form of circular, concave, circular, and you're trying to, when you move, you're trying to hit your hips or direct the core, your internal muscles to contact the edges of that spherical object, whatever it is. So you engage the muscles, release them. Engage. Think you're holding on to a wooden spoon, release. Engage, hold on to that spoon, release. Engage again. Fantastic. Now they're engaged. What we're going to do is we're going to put our arms out again. Beautiful. You see how elegantly that you fell like a bird. Everything is connected. Release the muscles, engage them. There we go. Now, your shoulders don't need to help you with this movement. What you do is tip your hips to the left and then tip them to the right. Tip them to the left and then right. Left, right, left, right, left. Release the tension in your shoulders. Right, left, right. There we go. Left outside of your foot, right outside of. There we go. If it helps you right now, you can literally lift onto the heel, onto the ball of each foot when you come around there, so you can feel the movement. But don't forget to keep holding on, to keep activating your internal muscles. Okay? Boom. Left, right. And if you keep your arms out, you can see beautifully how much more impact it has when your upper body is still and your lower body is moving. So we'll count down from 8 again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back, release. We're good. That is what we're going to try to combine. Try, because I'm doing it with you. I saw it in my mind, and like I said, I didn't get to do it, so I didn't get to choreograph this week. Let's hope. We're going to try and combine that movement with the forward and back. We'll see how that looks. So if we remember ourselves, forgive me, I've been doing Shakespeare all week, and it is correct to say if you remember me, which literally means if you remind me. But that was correct in Shakespearean times. I promise you, I swear I'm not lying. So if we remember ourselves, the forward glide and the backward glide, and then forward again to the middle, side to side. Sort of like ducks going forward in the pond, back in the pond, forward in the pond, back in the pond, back to the middle, side, 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 side. That's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is lean forward, lift our heels, tuck our knees in just slightly, just enough, and then we will glide forward, glide back, glide forward again, release tension in the shoulders, glide back. Now we're in the middle, and now we go to the side, now we go to the side, now we go to the side, now we come back to the middle, and then we come forward, and we stop. Okay, we will try to bring that and that juicy hip movement together. So, hip, feet hip width distance, not hip width distance. I mean, hips are already hips. Feet hip width distance apart. Step in half a step. Step in another half a step. Now you've got a nice little scrunch, and you lean forward into it. And you start off by engaging those internal muscles. There we go. Here we go. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side, 2, 3, 4. Back, side, 2, 3, 4. Forward, side, 2, 3, 4. Back, side, 2, 3, 4. Ha! Shall we try again? Shall we try again? It seemed to work. I think it seemed to work. Let's give it a go again. And if that works, we can come back with a full circular movement. So, hips, feet hip width distance. I'm going to figure that out at some point. Feet hip width distance apart. Half a step in. Half a step in with the other foot. Lean forward. Heels come up. Tuck the knees in slightly. Get the shimmy going this time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
happens when you believe your dream. I think that actually worked. I dreamt that movement. I know this isn't actually efficient, but I dreamt that particular combination of ho-ho. Shall I give it a try again, see if it actually is working? You can slow down the tempo of the video on YouTube so you can combine, or you can just replay it over and over again, but I think it worked. Okay, so feet hip width distance. That worked too. One half a step in, half a step in. Lean your weight forward slightly. Heels come up, tuck your knees in, get that shimmy going, scrunch, 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 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop. I'm happy. I'm so happy. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. It feels good in my body. It feels good moving my hips like that. It feels good activating my feet like that. How does it feel for you? Is it working? Do you need me to adjust what I'm saying or to help you get into it? I think that's good. Because of course if we adjust it and make it a circular movement, and then it looks slightly more traditional. So if you come with me, if we're doing this and then we're doing this, and then we're doing this to the side, and we're doing this to the side, we have something slightly more traditional. So if I break that down for just a few seconds, because that was what we're supposed to do, but if I break it down, if we are thinking back to the initial stages of learning this movement, if you engage the internal muscles and then you use your spoon, your bowl, so your spoon to go around your bowl, this is what you're doing with your hips. Always. Regardless of what your feet are doing. And if you go lean forward, up onto the balls of your foot, tuck your knees in, all you're doing is tucking forward, tucking back, tucking forward, and tucking back. And then you go to the side, and you come back. And then for those who are a bit interested in how it looks backwards, so if we do this, forward, back, forward, back, that's how it looks. If you go to the side, come back, and come out. I've been dreaming about how to combine those two. Like, I saw it in my head, I broke it down in my head, like what is the movement incrementally. Oh, if I do it like this, it might work with my body. And I'm gonna watch this back, but I think what I saw my body do in my head is what it did today. I'm so thankful to you for being here for that, for being with me while I worked it out. And I'm really happy that I didn't go away and iron out the kinks and, you know, get it perfect so that I could present it to you. I'm glad that there's this session where you got to see some of my process. It's such a testimony because we do that to ourselves all the time, don't we? We see something clearly. Our imagination, our minds, our souls tell us something that we can do. And then we sit down and we talk ourselves out of it. We either wait until we are certain we can't do it, and then we do it, so that if and when we fail, we're not disappointed. Or we do it, but we do it recklessly, so that if and when we fail, we're not disappointed. We knew we were always going to. But the courage and, I don't know, is it because you're not physically in this room with me, so I'm not feeling the pressure from your hopes and mine at the same time? Or is it me being needful of rest? That means that I've gotten out of my own way. Either way, we did it. I saw something in my mind and we broke it down, and it's here. It's here. You're watching it. So, when you see it, it means that your mind, your body, your soul knows you are capable of this. You are. And as a Christian, I will say, your God, my God, because it might not be your God, I recognize that. But my God knows that you are fully capable of doing the thing, big or small, something you've never done before, or something that you're revisiting again, and this time with a different mindset and a different level of commitment. Whatever it is, you are capable. So don't talk yourself out of it. Don't frighten yourself out of it. And don't allow yourself to sit down until the feeling passes. Get up or sit down and do the do. Just do the do. You'll be amazed at what you can do. Thank you so much for dancing with me this week. I'm so grateful for you. There are almost 8 billion people on this planet. You're here with me. Thank you. May the Lord bless you and keep you and make his face to shine on you. Always.